Check out what's coming up next on The Walking Dead. I haven't given up. And I never will.
Drop it!
There's a storm coming.
You know the strangers we brought here yesterday?
Let me guess. You want to help them.
Incoming!
If we went further out, think what we might find. What else might be out there?
They're just milling around. You ever see him do this before?
No. Never.
The walkers are evolving.
You'll be safe here, I promise.
You stand up for what's right and you fight what's wrong. You taught me that. I keep thinking that there's still people out there, people that we don't know about. If those survivors, I think Michonne's wrong. I think they're good people.
Yeah, I mean, prison doesn't mean without knowing the whole story, and Michonne knows it. She's got that crowd riled up on purpose. Ever since, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But they're here. They're here until the one in the infirmary is back on her feet. So there's still time for her to change her mind.
Maybe. I was talking to Eugene. He thinks that if we went further out and set up a remote amplifier, we could boost the signal.
Yeah, but you know what Michonne's gonna say.
Security breach. Yeah, I know.
Plus, trying to find people and reach out to them with that thing, it's like stumbling around in the dark.
But think what we might find. Who we might find. What else might be out there?
Wake up. Yeah, wake up, ass.
In this episode, Rick is bleeding out. He is on the brink of death, but he's so determined to finish out this mission. And these kind of hallucinations, these dreams, these people from his past, they are providing him the motivation to wake up and move forward.
I got to work with Scott Wilson again.
Hey, Rick.
Nothing else existed but us two.
Here. Look at this.
And that's a good scene. I'm gonna say that right now, because what we got was magic happened.
I'm so sorry for what happened to you. For everything Maggie's lost.
Herschel is somebody who represents a lot of heart for Rick.
I'm tired.
Herschel like jumpstarts his heart, saying, it's not your time, basically.
You have to wake up.
All of them are telling him he has to wake up. He has to save himself.
Rick!
And then, of course, there's a scene with Denied.
It's okay. We're gonna get you out of here, okay?
It was a sort of farewell. And that's where we get to say, I love you.
You wanna know why I fell in love with you? Because you're a fighter. She's bringing him that love and that affirmation and that reminder that he is this beautiful man that she respects, who never gives up and fights for his own and always finds a way. That's kind of where everything kind of hit me about what was really going down, because you're sort of like in a degree of denial. Now wake up.
It's a really straight and simple concept, which is he's looking for his family. And then, you know, by the time we get close to the end, he realizes that they were all his family.
I found him.
The entire episode is this long goodbye with Rick and his process and his journey and what's going on, and then suddenly he's taken away in a helicopter and you don't know what's happening and it's crazy, and then all of a sudden there's these new people running through and you don't know who they are, and then this girl shows up, and even before she puts her hat on and even before she says her name, we all know who she is.
You got names?
It's, I think, one of the best introductions of a character we've ever done.
What's yours? Judith. Judith Grimes.
From the moment that we first saw his audition
I'm sorry this happened to you.
to his very last day of filming, Andy Lincoln is unmatched.
If you didn't care about that guy on a horse in the first episode, nobody would have watched the show ever again.
I like arriving with nothing.
Hey, you alive in there?
That's kind of my style.
He only does things one way, which is all out.
No! Lauren!
I honestly think that the best leaders lead by example.
This is life and death. How you live, how you die. We choose to go. We choose to stay. We stick together. I owe you everything.
Andy Lincoln makes every moment that you're with him the best moment of your life.
We came to ask you to join us in fighting the saviors,
He was and will forever be the leader of this show.
fighting for freedom for all of us.
His example of leading a show, I think he should give a masterclass.
I actually remember the first day I ever came on set. I was so nervous, and I was off in a house on my own. I remember Andy walked all the way from where the group was standing into the house just to introduce himself.
Everybody knows he's like one of my best friends ever. I would talk to Andy on the way to set. As soon as we got back in the car, I was talking about the day. He ate lunch in my trailer every day for 9 years.
It made coming to work really, really awesome. It was connection, it was community, it was generosity, it was respect.
He has that impact on absolutely everyone.
Ready?
To know that someone was a good teacher is to see that all of his students go off and teach those lessons where they go and spread that seed where they go. That's what we all take from our time with him.
He's the kind of guy that you can't help but want to follow into the mud and into the heat and into the rain. We will fight, and we will bleed. Yet I smile.
Fight for me. Fight for all of us.
It feels like it's ending. If anyone gives me hope for how things can turn out, it's you.
He's the sort of leader that actually was like, I want the story to open up for others.
After this, I'm following you.
Create that space. That's leadership.
Everything that he's about leads into the rest of the show.
There is an ongoing story. You're carried through the other characters that are left.
You got names?
What's yours?
Judith. Judith Grimes.
I mean, this is how you send someone off, you know, with fireworks.
Episode 5 is a huge episode. Rick's taking his leave from the series.
Pretty much the arc of the first 5 episodes all revolves around this bridge. And the important thing about this bridge is that it's the one thing that geographically connects these communities that are otherwise very separate.
It's time to get rid of it for good.
This particular sequence, using some drone shots to just show scope and mass, we're going to digitally augment the 200 walkers that we've had and make it look like there's just a sea of the undead following Rick.
We're gonna have a real explosion. We're gonna have a real Daryl Pritchett special. It's gonna be a bunch of gas canisters. They're gonna go up in a big fireball.
And turns and reacts to the explosion.
Greg wanted a very large fireball.
The reference I've been using is Carol's Terminus explosion in terms of the volume of fireball that we want.
The mortars will take a jug of gas. We had to run wire, and if you look here, you'll see where portions of our wires are here and going across there, and then there will be 4 separate explosions, but very close together.
Hopefully the wooden elements of the bridge will catch on fire in dramatic, splendid fashion. And in post, we will digitally augment with throwing a lot of debris into the air.
We built a full 3D model of the bridge for episode 1, for episode 2 with the cofferdams underneath and the water flying through. And then by the time we get here, we're gonna blow up this model. So we're adding water, we're adding a bridge, we're adding a waterfall of walkers to fall off this bridge, and we're blending that all in with the real gigantic explosion. It's gonna be epic. We brought a team out from Sweden to help supervise that aspect of it because they're going to do all the physical simulations and the models to help blow up the bridge.
We're from Goodbye Kansas Studios in Sweden. We're here to supervise the VFX on set for this particular scene. We're doing the explosion.
It's just basically turn the bridge into a fireball.
I found him.
We need to paint out this bridge when the explosion kind of happens, and then we're adding in our CG version of it. And that way it will collapse like we want it to into the water.
When the bridge has collapsed, we will add water simulation below.
Then we continue the story, and thousands of walkers are pushed forward over the edge of the bridge and down into the river. It's just gonna be great.
Not anymore. I'm trying to save a friend who saved me. I have something for you now. We have a deal? Do we have a deal?
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna save you.
spaceway by the Beatrice Hotel, mapping out constellations of the place I know so well. Sifting through the system for the piece that knows my name. Endlessly I list them in the master game. Welcome to my world.